Hello and welcome back to Shakesyear. We are working on the Two Noble Kinsmen and we get to kick off Act 4 today. Huzzah! Act 4, Scene 1, and we're going to get to hear from the first friend today because Shakespeare decided that he didn't need to actually name a whole bunch of characters in this. So just a quick update on the stuff that has happened. Palamon was broken out of prison by the jailer's daughter, who is convinced that her father is going to be executed for the jailbreak, and she herself has kind of gone a little crazy because she didn't eat or sleep or drink anything for several days while she was wandering around trying to find Palamon to bring him food and clothes and all that sort of stuff. Meanwhile, Palamon found his cousin Arcite, who was pardoned but didn't want to leave Athens because he's in love with Emilia, and he participated in this tournament and caught the eye of Emilia, so is now working in her service. And since Palamon and Arcite are fighting over who gets to marry Emilia or who gets to claim Emilia, Theseus and Hippolyta and Pirithous and Emilia all found the two of them fighting, and there was a lot of back and forth about it, but they decided that the way that they're going to settle this is Palamon and Arcite have to go their separate ways, come back in a month with 3 fellow fighters each, during which time Theseus will have set up some sort of pole, and then there's going to be like a fight, and whoever can make the other guy hit the pole wins, and that guy gets to marry Emilia. The guy who actually touches the pole is going to be executed. So, you know, fun times all around. But we kick off Act 4, Scene 1, checking back in with the jailer because he also knows that Palamon was broken out. And he's talking to a friend of his, and this monologue that we hear today is from the first friend because the second friend will show up a little bit later in the scene. But he comes in with his friend and he's like, so have you heard anything about Palamon's escape from the prison? And the first friend says, nothing that I heard, for I came home before the business was fully ended. Yet I might perceive, ere I departed, a great likelihood of both their pardons. For Hippolyta and fair-eyed Emily, upon their knees, begged with such handsome pity that the Duke, methought, stood swaggering whether he should follow his rash oath or the sweet compassion of those two ladies. And to second them, that truly noble Prince Pirithous hath his own heart set in too, that I hope all shall be well. Neither heard I one question of your name or his scape. So the friend overheard the stuff that was happening in the woods and saw Hippolyta and Emilia and Pirithous begging the Duke not to kill Palamon and Arcite, but to banish them instead, but left before he heard the whole resolution, all that kind of a thing. So while he doesn't know what's going on with Palamon and Arcite, he's hopeful that Palamon and Arcite are being pardoned and thinks that that bodes well for the jailer, because if they're both being pardoned, then there really isn't a good reason to have to kill the jailer. And the jailer's like, okay. But then the second friend comes in and is like, I got news. Palamon is pardoned. Apparently your daughter, because it was revealed that your daughter helped him escape, but she's been pardoned too, so everything's okay, you're cool, you're not going to be executed, all that sort of stuff. And they're all sort of like, phew, glad that's a thing. But then the jailer's daughter's wooer, who is just known as wooer in the script, is the one that her father wants her to marry, even though she wants to be with Palamon, comes in and he's like, has anybody seen the jailer's daughter anywhere recently? Because I'm maybe a little bit concerned. And that is going to take them on a whole other path of conversation. The wooer is going to tell us tomorrow why he happens to be concerned about the jailer's daughter right now. But yeah, we'll pick that up for tomorrow's monologue. So I will see you then for that. Mwah.